We are live. Let's see. Let me get this up out of here. Ain't YouTube not even. What's going on? What's up with YouTube, bruh? There we go. All right, now I send out the note. Let me see something.
Yo, this for all my progressive thinkers. Yo, cautious with the image that I'm giving. What used to be appealing is the shit that I'm resenting. Feel like I ain't living, I'm dealing with so much. On the low, I'm acting tough, but I ain't been happy in a minute. And what's crazy is this is just the beginning. Riding around Vegas, trying to build my foundation. That immediate happiness is awaiting, but I feel it's overrated. I'm keeping a clean conscience. I just want to do my own thing. A good heart, but what if I'm out here fighting for the wrong things? Became a daddy and start watching my behavior. Helping niggas out, but niggas running out of favors. It ain't about the paper, it's about what you gonna do with it. You on your music tip and tell me, is you the creator? These niggas don't know how to act. I should have been a school counselor to see what they get out of that. All I wanna do is help if it's a little. Got up in this game to really try to make a change. Wanna settle down, but the shit is so confusing. I'm just going through a stage where I'm learning how to be brave. Keep your head up. Fuck a phase, this is life, all I need is me. Look into my daughter's eyes and then I get the water eyes. If I die, I pray to God she know what father tried. Word. Cause we just wanna live our lives, embrace faith, win against all odds. In our eyes, to judge niggas, that is not our job. To be a man, it is not that hard. We gon' kill them with kindness. When they try to take you out your comfort zone, hey yo, it's time to be a man and understand. We gon' kill them with kindness. And you know you gotta fucking hold your own. Can't let them take us away from the fam. We gon' kill them with kindness. Now I'm thinking in reality. Actually, I was thinking about stability. I watched my single mother feed her for years just to barely pay the bills. I don't know, that shit's killing me. But I don't wanna live like that. Mama, I don't wanna see you live like that. I told my little brothers we can build a new life. For the ones that gave us life, we can get that back. I know we tend to hold grudges. I can't control it, I'm unfolding the emotion that I'm holding. Hope the way I saw it ain't the way I won't approach it. I'm just focused on the better me. This rap shit is my pedigree. And lately I've been feeling life testing me. She say she down and she say she wanna ride. Release the need to please or be validated by eyes in disguise. I'm just focused on what makes me come alive. I've learned to not take nothing personal. Bad environments have been my disadvantage. Not trying to be accepted to step me out of my box. And now these niggas watch me like I got all of the answers. But this is what I built for myself. Realistic, always had to keep it real with myself. So when they talk and it's negative or it's false, we channel out the negative thoughts without any help. Cause we just wanna live our lives, embrace faith, win against all odds. In our eyes, to judge niggas, that is not our job. To be a man, it is not that hard. We gon' kill them with kindness. When they try to take you out your comfort zone, hey yo, it's time to be a man and understand. We gon' kill them with kindness. And you know you gotta fucking hold your own. Can't let them take us away from the fam. We gon' kill them with kindness.
Yo, Dizzy Wright be saying the realest shit ever, bro. He be saying the realest shit ever, bro.
Through a stage where I'm learning how to be brave. Keep your head up. Fuck a phase, this is life, all I need is me. Look into my daughter's eyes and then I get the water eyes. If I die, I pray to God she know what father tried.
Word. Yo, that's some real shit right there. That's some real ass shit, y'all. Man. Whew. It's been a crazy day, y'all. It's been a crazy fucking day. Just getting ready for my son to start school. Just one of those days, dog. Just one of those days, bro. Shit just seemed odd. Shit seemed fucking off. But I guess that's life, huh? Yeah, so probably my live streams won't be as well. Goddamn, I worded that horribly. I won't be probably going live as much during the week. My son starts school, and I'm going back to work. So the late night lives will probably only be on the weekend if they do happen. Just so my sleeping pattern's back on, and all that good jazz. So that I'm up. My son makes the bus, and then what I'm saying, I go to work. It's been fucking hard this last like what? It's probably been what two and a half, almost 3 months now since school was out. Um, Not being able to work and shit, fucking not being able to find a caregiver that would be able to, caregive for my son in the proper way was pretty fucking annoying and frustrating. So, but we made it, right? Made it through the summer. And next year my son will be on the summer school list. So that would be good. So I'm not stuck at the crib and not being able to work. This is my daughter's first year of school, so experiencing that, it's a great experience. I love being a part of it. I love calling her every day and asking her how her day was. These are things that I think fathers should do and uh, be a part of their kid's life in that way, even if they're not with the mother. Like I'm not with my daughter's mom, but I can just call her. And granted, it wasn't like that. Like the relationship that me and my daughter's mom have now, like it was never on this like level of co-parenting at an amazing level. I would consider it's always been fucking arguing, fighting, all that shit. Y'all know what it is. It was always been that. So being able to just co-parent with her and have a relationship with her, and then be able to just see my daughter and call my daughter whenever is always nice. And and I feel it's a good thing to do as a parent, to call your kid if you're not with the other spouse, to ask them how school went and all that other stuff, ask them how their day's going, just so they know that, what I'm saying, you care, type shit. A lot of kids need that. A lot of kids need it in today's time, bro, because it's wicked times out here, bro. It's wicked times. We got Jackson building, Eagles, DL. What's good? What's good, y'all? So yeah, I figured, what I'm saying, I came across some stuff. I was like, I guess I'll do a live. I wasn't going to, because I just fucking was just going to get ready for tomorrow, but fuck it, we're going live, baby. You know what I'm saying? Oh, shit. Hey, bro. You ever be listening to a song and the song, just the lyrics fuck you up for a second? Like, holy shit, that rap bar hit different. Like, god damn. Like, yo, shit. Is he right? You got them bars, bruh. You hit different when you have something similar going on, the way what he said about, uh one, hoping that your kids know you tried your best. And then also, like when he said shit that used to be appealing is shit that I'm now resenting. And some of y'all know my backstory, so that should be crazy sometimes, bruh. I have the same feeling, but with food. God damn, Jack. It just be crazy, bruh. You know what I'm saying? It'd be crazy. It makes me think about life and how short it is, and bruh, you could fucking waste a lot of time doing a lot of dumbass shit, and then you know what I'm saying. Then you're scrambling to try to figure it and fix it later on in your life when you're trying to get right. If you're able to get to that level to try to have the motivation to get right and fix whatever is in your life that is fucked up, because most people just give up, bruh. Like that's why you see all the homeless people, bruh. Those people just gave up. And so it'd be crazy. And situations like this make me really want to go to be like a youth counselor or like a therapist for like young kids that don't like may not have a male figure in their life, or just, may not have parents at all. They're in a foster home. That's something I've always been interested in doing. Just because I come from where they come from and I understand what they go through. As far as if your parents abandon you, or fucking family don't fuck with you because your skin color or shit like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can relate to shit like that. So it just be crazy how fucking life be, dog. That's life, dog. So that's why I encourage all my homies and all my loved ones, you know, if you got kids, be in their life. Like, even if you and the mother don't get along, like that's not a valid reason for you to not be in your kid's life. Uh, like I could understand from the aspect if you try and the mom just keeps taking the kid and moving around, not allowing you to see it, I could see then yeah, that's understandable situation. But like if the mom's allowing you to be in the life and you just over here fucking off because you rather go out and kick it with homies and party or kick it with bitches and shit, but to me you a square, um, and you fucking that kid up, and really someone should fuck you up for doing that to that kid because, bro, it's not like And well, I'm not even gonna call them my homies. I got a couple people that I know that be doing that type of shit, and I had to cut them off. So I'm like, bro, that shit corny, dog. Like, your little man's 9 years old and he's fucking riding a bike with training wheels, and you out here worried about going out and kicking it, going to the bar and shit, but your son having problems with reading and can't ride a bike at 9 without training wheels, all kinds of shit. Like, goddamn, bro, teach your kids something, dog. Do something. Shit like that be wild to me, dog. I'll never understand it. Jack Strails, Strails. Oh, Jack steals from the home. That pumpernickel bread. Damn, we get Chilltown in the morning with the morning inspiration. Now we get mellow with the evening inspiration. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Chilltown. Chilltown be killing it in the morning. But yeah, bro, just some shit. Doing all this stuff for my kids and stuff, getting them ready for the school year. Just had me thinking, like, damn, bro, there's a lot of kids out here that don't have don't have a father or a mother that would, is out there, trying to make sure everything's right for them when they go to school, make sure they, what I'm saying, they got gear, they got all the school supplies that they need, all that shit. Like, that shit just be like, damn, bro. It'd be fucking annoying me, but it'd be fucking me up as well. Like just like, on an emotional base level, it'd be fucking me up because damn, dog. That's why that's what I tell people, bro. Be in your kid's life, bro. Like, I've had homies be like, "Oh, I ain't got money. I ain't got money to go do this with my kid. I ain't got money to," bro. It's not even about the fucking money, bro. Like, at the end of the day, all a kid cares about is the time that you spend with them, the things you do with them within the time that you spend with them. And you don't even gotta have money to do fun things. Like, bro, going to the park don't cost money. Fucking doing art shit, like, bro, like who ain't got some markers or colors laying around and shit if you got kids? Like, shit like that, bro. It means a lot to a kid. And some of these people out here just neglect shit like that. They'll use the excuse, "Oh, I ain't got no money, so I won't be able to see you this weekend." It's like, bro, it's not even about the money, bro. It's not even about the money. And DL, let me introduce you to Webster's Dictionary. And real quick, I just thought of this. The person that, because when I was in my mid-20s and shit, I wasn't, what I'm saying, I wasn't like, the wisest father. I was just, fucking out here thinking I knew what it was. But when I heard this, let me see. Let me see. I want to make sure I don't get clapped. But when I heard Nipsey Hussle say
My name is Nipsey.
changed my whole perspective on uh like spending time with my kids, being there, things to do. Don't make excuses. Just be there for the kid. Spend time, shit like that. This is the video that kind of sparked that bulb in my brain.
Nipsey Hussle.
Because if so, at this time, this is when I became a single father to a disabled son. So I was fucking at the time my dad was passed on, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know how to be a father. My dad wasn't around, so how the fuck am I gonna be a father? So just it was crazy. I was in my mind trying to figure it out, and there was no one I could really go to because like the people that like I in the past that I could go to, I couldn't go to because they were either on drugs or they're fucking on some bullshit. So there was no one I could really go to. So like just scrolling through the fucking. I think I had first seen this clip. It was like on Instagram or something, and then I went and found the full length clip, and just like listening to it, I was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? That like you don't need money to spend time with your kids. Like your kids value the time more than they value money. A kid knows what a dollar, a coin, a fucking, you know what I'm saying, a fucking what it is, but they don't understand like the aspect of bills and all that other shit. But they just know it's money and it buys things. Like they could give a fuck less. They're more worried about the time that they're spending with you, the things you're doing with them, whether it's playing video games, drawing, building forts, whatever going to the park, whatever it may be. They care about that stuff more than how much money you got. Let's play this clip real quick.
And we on my grandmother's porch. Look.
Yeah, let me introduce you to Webster's Dictionary.
I think the definition of fatherhood is the consistency of being a father figure in your child's life. And I think the definition of being a man, that's a long one, but I think what it boiled down to is just being thorough. And, you know, I read in the Bible that women and children can be careless, you know what I mean? Men can't be careless. So I think being thorough and whatever the opposite of carelessness is, define what being a man is at the core.
Hey, Ma, bring your car this way.
Huh?
Bring your car over here.
Not the car.
Your motorcycle.
Oh man, I love my pops. I used to cry when he dropped me off back here, actually, at this house, because he used to come get us when he could. We didn't live in the same house, but you know, my pops was always energetic, always had a positive aura, always had a good vibe, always smiling, always lit up a room when he walked in. People always loved my pops. You know, he was just a good energy person and always, like, you know, happy and just, you know, at a good place in his life. And so, regardless of whatever financial state he was in, he was just always a good vibe, you know, because he done been up and down and up again, you know what I mean? But I just think that my memories of being with my pops was always good memories. He'd cook for us, take us to the movies, clown, watch movies. We was movie buffs, all of us. So he'd just put us on the movies and, you know what I mean, joke with us, clown with us, be a kid with us, you know what I mean? But we was close though, always. You know, we never lived in the same house. You know, as far as I can remember, my mom and him were separated, but I always had a high respect and a you know, a genuine love for my pops, because, you know what I mean, he put his best foot forward.
All right, let's get it. You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right, you want to go slow or you want to go fast?
I'm going back.
All right, look ahead. You ready? Sure.
I was fortunate enough to be around a lot of different type of individuals to call my friends. So some of them had, you know, parents. But majority of the kids in my area that I grew up around.
I know people could be busy. I did just randomly start this live, so you know, maybe the noties didn't go out. It's all good though. We here.
More didn't than did, you know. And more definitely didn't have they pops in the house, you know what I'm saying, than did. But I had some close friends that did have a father in the house. You know, that's why I said I had different, like, groups of people that I would consider my close friends that I grew up with. And, you know, a couple of my close homies did have good male role models, but majority of the people I knew didn't, you know what I'm saying? And, yeah, that's what it was.
That was good.
Yeah.
Damn, like, but that's facts. And see, it'd be hard for it was hard for him to talk about it. You could tell he was like reminiscing on all the shit, like, bro, like, god damn, like, how do we make it through it type shit? Because I'll be honest with y'all, and bro, I'm just, you know what I'm saying, I'm just up here to talk. Like, this is my fucking channel, so might as well give my story here and there once in a while. But like, when I seen this clip and I seen him explaining that part, I felt it because, like my dad wasn't really around. He was more like, you know what I'm saying, running the streets and shit like that and all that extra shit and fucking like having that not having that aspect in my life. And then on my mom's side, because of my skin color, her family didn't fuck with me, or you know what I'm saying, didn't really care for me like that either. So I was kind of like in this weird position of like fuck, like, you know what I'm saying, like fuck it, I'm just gonna go to the streets, like, you know what I'm saying? The homie over here, I met this guy at school. He accepted me and this and that. And so that's why I'm always preaching, like, bro, be in your kid's life. Because like if you're not in your kid's life, they're gonna go find someone that will conversate with them and hang out with them. They'll go find that if they don't have it at home. Like, so like with my mom's family not fucking with me based off of just because they didn't fuck with my dad and they didn't fuck with the color of my skin. And then fucking, you know, my dad, he's strung out and shit like that. His family did fuck with me and shit. Like when it was time for me to go with my pops, there'd be times where he didn't show up. But then when he did show up, I would just go kick it with like my grandma and shit like that and my cousins. And then he would come back on like Sunday and take me home and whatever. But like shit like that, like that's why I tell people to be in their kids' life, because like me now, like growing up, like once I hit like 25 and like started to get older as I grow older, I fucking be wondering like, yo, did I do something as a kid that pissed off the family, my mom's side of the family? Is that why they don't like me? Or like, you know what I'm saying, was like, you know, I already knew what my dad's situation was. He was a drug addict, so that was that. But it was like, damn, like when shit went left and I had nowhere, and my mom had fucking crashed out and shit, and I fucking got left with a family that I didn't know for like fucking 6 months. None of my family members came and got me. So shit like that be fucking, you know what I'm saying? It be fucking with people. And that's why I tell men, yo, be in your kid's life, dog, because you don't understand the shit that what happens when they're young will transition to when they're older if it's not addressed somewhere between, you know what I'm saying? So say if something like from a kid from 1 to 10, something happened to them and they remember, and the parents don't have that conversation with them or explain to them the truth and what was going on, that kid then when he gets in his 20s and 30s is then trying to put shit together as to why is this, why is that. And bro, all that shit does is just stress someone the fuck out. Like, so that's why I be like, bro, that's why I just be pushing that narrative real hard. Yo, be in your kid's life. Men, be in your son's life, like heavy. Conversate with them, see where they're at, see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Even have those uncomfortable conversations and shit. Like, yo, is there anything that, you know, in the past you're worried about, or anything in the past that, you know, you be thinking about that you be harping on, and you know what I'm saying, it just be fucking with you, shit like that. Like, those are the kind of conversations that I be telling people, my homies, when they call me and ask me for advice to have with their kid. Cause like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you were once living the street life and your kid was in the process of that, they definitely remember a lot of that shit. And then that transitions with them when they become adolescents and teens, then they're angry. They think handling shit with violence and anger is the right way to handle shit. Like, it just becomes a trickle down effect. So that's why I'm like, bruh, like when I saw that part of this clip, bruh, like, god damn, like I could just see it in Nip's eyes, like just he was just fucking flashing back to everything.
Now let's race again.
No, let's race.
Yes, I'm racing.
What up, Norman?
I think family is way higher on the list of things that are important.
What's good, Cole? They
in terms of Eritrea compared to America. I think that out there, family is the equivalent of how we feel about material things out here. Like, that's what drives our culture. That's what drives our whole philosophy, is material gain, you know? And I feel like out there, what drives their whole culture is family. Family well-being and family togetherness, you know? And that's really the main difference, just the value system, what's important, you know? And you would think that the country that has less will feel like getting things is more important, but it's actually different. You know, it's just
what's good to me.
What's valuable. We got two different ideas of what that is. You know what I mean? And out there, family is very, very high on the list of valuable things. You know. My daughter's name is Imani Dior. She's 4, and her name means beautiful faith in Swahili. You know, but I chose Imani for a few reasons. You know, I named my daughter. I was actually, you know, incarcerated for a short time when my child's mother was pregnant with my daughter, and I came up with her name, you know, when I was in jail. And I was just thinking about a lot, you know what I mean? And I felt like faith represented where I was at, you know what I mean? At that time, I had just got a record deal. I was in jail. I didn't know if I was going to get out, and I had a child on the way. So I just, you know, it was a lot on my mind, and I think that faith represented where I was at, you know what I'm saying? And it was beautiful because I ended up getting out of that situation and moving forward, you know? But other than that, I just like how it sounds. My name starts with an E also, so, you know. When I first became aware that I was having a child, I was excited, a little bit worried. You know, me and her mom weren't together, so that was definitely heavy on my mind. But we decided to have a child and move forward with it. And we found out we were having a little girl. And at that point, I felt like my job was even bigger, just because both raising a little boy and a girl is a challenge. I would assume, I don't have a son, but I would assume so. But just a little girl, I don't have the experience of being a little girl. I don't have the experience of being a woman to give her that, you know what I mean? So it's a little bit different, you know, more of a challenge, I think, more of an unknown situation in front of you. But I was definitely excited, and you know, what I've come to learn is that you find out as you go. You know, you learn as you go. My life did a complete perspective change, because now you are accountable. You know what I mean? You're accountable for the well-being of something outside of yourself. You know what I mean? And this is a person. Things can happen that you cannot fix, that you can't take back. We have to seriously protect your kid from certain things. So my whole priorities, perspective, agenda flip-flopped a little bit. I won't say that who I am and what I've done and what I do took a 180-degree turn, but my priorities and my perspective definitely did. And, you know, the decisions I make, the process now, there's another element, there's another factor in my decision-making process, and that's my daughter's well-being. And so it was definitely a paradigm shift, you know, in the way I think. Seeing her walk, seeing her talk, seeing her going out of town for a month on tour, coming back, she's taller. Seeing her learn how to read, identify ideas, grasp concepts, seeing her brain develop, seeing her intelligence and her.
And bro, that'd be the most rewarding fucking thing about raising a kid. It's just seeing them become their own person and identity and characteristics that they're developing. Bro, that'd be the most rewarding shit ever, dog.
Curiosity, expand, seeing her catch on to things, you know, seeing her develop determination. You know what I mean? This is all stuff that'll trip you out when you're watching a person that you created, you know what I mean, experience life and take to the things that everybody takes to, but you trip when you're looking at your kid do it because you've seen every process and every step. And, you know, sometimes she hit me with words. I heard a song she made the other day. You know what I'm saying? She's singing now, so I heard her sing. And she's 4. You know, just her development in general. Every time she, you know, evolve a little bit, I see it and it trips me out.
Now, pictures again. I'm holding your hand. Pick it up. Again.
Well, when a father isn't present, the social consequence is you have an unstable person in society. The personal consequence is you have an unstable element in your family. And that's the relationship between you and your child. And it's, you know, it's hard to build off of that. And that's unhealthy in my opinion. And so we know what happens. People get out here. The statistics can tell you better than I can tell you, you know, about the social consequences. But I do know that kids that don't have their parents, you know, at certain levels are off balance. At certain levels are, you know, unfulfilled. You know what I mean? So I think that it's definitely a reflection of broken homes, what we see going on in society. You know what I mean? A reflection of households and people that are off balance when you see these
facts,
crazy things happening in the world, you know? And
people make irrational decisions and shit, and it fucking where they end up fucking up their life or and taking a life, or fucking their life gets lost, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, damn, bruh. And to me, a lot of that happens because, bruh, like some people don't have a male figure to help guide them as they get older. And don't get me wrong, there is men out there that, you know, are well off and didn't have a father figure in their life. Don't get me wrong about that, but there is a aspect that when a boy does have a father there, he understands the real world a lot faster, because women and men experience different things in life. Men, the society is more harsh on men than it is on women. Women can get away with a lot of stuff, and you know, whatever, and that's cool. Like, no complaint on that, but just acknowledging that there is two different, you know what I'm saying, two different experiences. A father will how do I want to say this? Not stiffen, but will raise a young boy and girl to understand, respect yourself, in that how do I want to say this? A father will to respect themselves and to also like give them the reality of the world, that the world don't give a fuck about you. So don't focus on all this little shit that may be bothering you. Just focus on what you want to be in life. And don't get me wrong, like I said, there is mothers out there that do that. There's single mothers that have you know, did a great job. But when you look at the data, I'm deep today, Perm, but when you look at the data, bruh, boys that come from single parent homes, the odds are stacked against them like tremendously, and more than likely, you know, they end up going to the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like I said earlier, you like if you don't get any guidance, or I don't want to say, I guess we could throw love in there as well. Like, you don't get no guidance or love at home, or you don't have, you're not able to just feel free to go have a conversation with one of your parents about some shit that's on your mind. You then go elsewhere and you go to your friends, you go here, and that's how shit starts to snowball in the effect of where the kid is then now seeking acceptance from like kids their age, and in reality if they had the guidance at home and the love at home and the ability to have the conversations that's on their mind with their parents, then wouldn't have this. They possibly wouldn't have this trait about them where they want to seek, validation and acceptance somewhere and like shit like that. Because bro, like I'll be honest with y'all, that's what I did. That's exactly what I did. My mom was where she was, and then my dad was out and about, fucking, doing what he was doing, drugs and all that other shit. So I was like, fuck it. Like my mom's family don't fuck with me. My dad's family's fucking 2 hours away. I'm just gonna go to the streets, and I went to the streets, and shit fucking didn't get better. It just fucking made shit worse. I ended up fucking gang banging, getting involved in drugs, all kinds of stupid ass situations. And to me, when I look back at it, it was all because I didn't have the male guidance there. My mom, she was already in a position where like she couldn't really tell me what to do. I was already rebellious. Like I think once, like, and this is crazy. So one time my dad was supposed to pick me up and he didn't show up. And I had this Super Mario fucking duffel bag for the Nintendo 64, like Super Mario shit. And I remember from that day on, that's when like I had like this like anger like come over me, where I was like, "Fuck this shit! I don't give a fuck about nothing. I'm going." You know what I'm saying? I had some homies that were right down the block. I knew they was in gang banging and shit. So I'm like, "Fuck it! I'm going to kick it with these fools." Like, bruh, I'm tired of waiting for this fool. He not showing up and shit. And then you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And like I said, I couldn't go kick it with my mom's family because they ain't fuck with me based off of not liking my dad, and then they didn't like that my skin color was brown. There was some racist dickheads. So even when I did go around them, they do that little bullshit and act like they fuck with you and shit like that, but then fucking what I'm saying, do all the little bullshit. Like make all the little remarks and shit about my heritage. I know I'm Native, so they make little remarks about Native Americans. I've even had one uncle call me a fucking N-word with a hearty R and shit like that. Like, so bro, like when a kid, when you're not involved in your kid's life and you don't allow that door to be open for your kid to feel comfortable to come have the conversations with you with what maybe they saw at school or they experienced at school, you then are essentially just having them internalize that experience, and then they're just gonna go talk about it with their friends, and depending on who their friends are, one of the friends could like, yeah, that shit was funny, dog, whatever, and then the kid starts to think like, oh, that's what will make me cool. That's what like shit like that. That's cool. He found that funny. He found that funny. She found it funny. So fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll partay in shit like that. Like, and it just becomes a snowball effect. So, and it was crazy because when I saw this video, it was like right when I was becoming a single father, and my daughter was about to be on the way, and fucking at the time I was like, bro, how the fuck do I be a father? Like, how? I don't know what to do. My pops is gone. I can't ask him. Everybody that was a male figure in my life was swerved out at the time. So I'm like, fuck, bro. What do I do? But when I saw this video and I seen Nip say, just stay consistent and just be there for your kids, just be there in the life. Don't worry about money and all that other shit. Just focus on being there. When something bad happens, be there and be there for the mother. And when the kid wants to just hang out with you and you're broke as fuck, you're down that weekend, you had to pay all your bills, bro. Don't worry about having money. Just kick it with them. Don't worry. Like, and I see, and like the reason I hang on that is because I've seen like a couple homies do that where they're like, well, I ain't got no money, so I'm not kicking it with my kid this weekend. What you got going on? Shit like that, like, pisses me off because it's like, bro, like, you don't need money to hang out with your kid. Like, that's a piss poor fucking excuse. And so yeah, when I saw that, that's where I kind of became the father that I am today. Don't get me wrong, shit's not fucking easy by any means. Some of y'all don't know, but I do. I'm a single father to a disabled kid, so it's definitely not always easy. It was fucking a task trying to figure out what makes him happy and shit like that because he's nonverbal. So shit like that was like a major task. But that's why when my homies do call me, because I didn't realize this until like maybe like 8-9 months ago. A lot of my homies in my own city look like kind of like respect me in the manner of the father that I am, because they see what I, you know what I'm saying, they see what I go through and shit and what I've been doing, whatever, on Facebook. And so when a couple of homies was like, yo, like, bro, like we really respect what you doing type shit, like as far as being a father, like a lot of the shit you say and you be posting about is like, you know what I'm saying, it kind of be like a smack in the face, like, oh shit, yeah, I need to do better at this, I need to do better at that. So like shit like that, like makes me feel good, because then it's like, all right, maybe I'm on the right path. Because I think as a parent, we always wonder, are we on the right path of making sure our kids are good in life? And so like getting that confirmation and shit like that, you know, it feels good. But like Kobe said, the job's not finished. So it's like, bruh, it be super deep, bruh. And I be trying to tell people, bruh, just be in your kid's life, dog. Like just be there, bruh. Just your presence being there is fucking everything. I thought the battle was tonight. No, the battle is this weekend, Sneaker Files. Good morning, Sneaker Files. Todic Berry, don't worry about the correction. Your name's already been entered into the Mojado spelling bee. What's up, everyone in the chat? Mello, I'm driving. Just stop by to hit the like button and listen in. Hell yes, I'm talking about Todic Berry. What up, pal? Spelling the motherfucking building. I beat the odds. Yeah. And Jax, Jax. Yeah, when I said that, you was one of the people that I thought of. You definitely beat the odds, bro. And that's why I made sure I made that clear that, bro, like even if the kid does have a single mom, there is the exceptions where they do, you know what I'm saying, they do be successful. But it also takes that mom to harden herself and have that discipline in her to like not fuck around and you know what I'm saying, and be stern and strict with that boy, because you know what I'm saying, like if not, he just gonna be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go do what I want. I was good, little boy, looking for trouble, but had others keeping me away from trouble. So yeah, that's good. That's what I'm saying. Like people like Jax had the perfect people around him, because I think as kids we all have that mind state that we want to go look for trouble. We're interested, like how, like you know what I'm saying, like trouble is interesting. We want, you know what I'm saying, and then but when like Jax just said, others to keep him away from trouble. That's what a lot of young kids need in today's time, and they're not getting it. That's why you see them out here fucking all this drill talk and all this fucking smoking on ops. I was told to check in or get pressed on live. God damn, Nito. Nito, take the link and I'll show you pressed. Ooh. She goes, you thought Beardia was when I female got wet. Jesus Christ. Tiny Jacks. But yeah, bro, shout out to Nipsey Hussle. Shout out to this video. It definitely fucking put me on game and brought my my anxiety of being a single father and having a daughter on the way. It brought it down, because, bro, like one thing as a young person, like in my 17, 18, 19, 20 and on up, I always said I don't want a daughter. I don't want to worry about every dick. I only want to worry about one type shit. Stupid little shit like that, I'd say. But bro, once I had my daughter, bro, like shit changed. It was different. It was completely different. Like and it's hard to explain, but people that have daughters out there, you know, I'm pretty sure y'all know, y'all get what I'm saying. Like it was just a completely different experience. You turn into a completely different person. You're more like you're paying attention to stuff that you wouldn't normally pay attention to. Firm ain't hurting a fly. Goddamn, Seagulls fan, win 4 more ring. Catch up, bruh. Dang, they said catch up, bruh. Catch up, bruh.
Personal fact, you know, I'm sure them old guys that laid on their deathbed can tell you how that felt. You know what I mean? Knowing that they didn't have no relationship with their kids, you know? I think that you come to look at your life at a certain point, and you got to be comfortable with what you see. You know what I mean? The facades wear off and everything comes to surface. And it's just who you really are. And you finally probably can see it. And I think that it's hard to look at if it's not something that you're proud of. And that's one of the things that definitely in them lonely hours, in them old ages, you know, I think eat at people that they didn't have relationships with their kids and they didn't show up, especially men for their kids, you know?
You wanna know crazy? That is a fucking fact. That is a fact, bro. Because when my pops was passing away, you know what I'm saying? He did the whole apologized and, you know what I'm saying, crying and all that shit. But he knew, and I already knew, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, like, that shit be eating at you when you on your deathbed. Like, so if you're not in your kid's life and you know, like, bro, that shit definitely gonna fuck with you when you on that deathbed and you like, God damn, like, what did I accomplish as a man in this life? Like to me, like if I get my business off the ground, that's cool. But if I get my kid, if I raise my kid and then as they get older, my knowledge that I taught them got them in positions where they're successful and living a happy life. I feel that's more of a reward rather than starting a business. Like, but if I could get my kids right and get my kids good and know that I was there in their life, like, bro, I could pass away happily as long as I know my kids are good and you know what I'm saying, they're grown. Yeah, bro. But if I didn't, I would definitely that would definitely eat me up on my deathbed. Like, damn, I got you know, if someone that I got kids out there that I didn't take care of, I wasn't a part of their life. I had the option to be a part of their life, and I could, and I chose the party life and whatnot over them. Like, bro, that shit be, bro. Because, bro, trust and believe, like, it ate at my dad, and all he could do was apologize and say, stay strong. Like, bro, it, bro, I watched it with my own eyes. You know what I'm saying? That specific topic eat at someone because they wasn't there and they knew they didn't do what they were supposed to do as far as, you know, being a father figure.
Man, I got a whole notebook of things I just write down as I read them, things I hear people say, wisdom that I just pick up in the world. I've been writing them down, so I'm gonna give her that. But I would like her to just understand.
And that's another good thing to do is like, I want, like, people like, oh my god, you keep a diary. No, but like, bro, if you keep a book and you write in that book and you write about your experiences, you write about, you know what I'm saying, certain things that go on in your life, whether it was milestones or goals that you hit or negative things that are happening, that's also good to pass, or, you know what I'm saying, to be able to pass down to your kids so that they can then pass down their kids and they have an understanding of, you know what I'm saying, the family lineage. Well, and not necessarily. I guess you could write the lineage could be in the book, but it would be more of an aspect of what your father or your great grandfather went through.
More than anything, that she has to be fearless and understand to look the world in its eyes. You know what I mean, and stand up and be proud. And if it was anything I would tell her is that, you know what I mean? So don't be afraid.
Don't be afraid, he said.
And stand up and be proud. And if it was anything I would tell her is that, you know what I mean? So don't be afraid.
Yes, sir. Shout out Nip for that. And I don't even know where this original interview came from, but shout out to them for getting Nip to do this. All right, y'all. I know we was on a serious topic. You know what I'm saying? Little emotional, deep conversation, which you know, that's something that will probably happen from time to time over here. Because that's the real shit. All the internet back and forth or reacting to beef and shit. Yeah, that shit's fun and entertaining, but to me, deep conversations are always good to have online. Because you never know who it's gonna help. Like you of course you're gonna have the people that are laughing at you, you know what I'm saying, whatever, and then you'll have the person or the people that did benefit from you talking about the real shit. Like that's just what it comes with the internet, bro. Like you're always gonna have people that hate, and then you know what I'm saying. I'd be cool with 100 people hating on what I said today, and laughing at whatever. I'd be cool with that if I helped one person. If I helped one person, I had 100 people clowning and joking. That's cool. Like, I don't give a fuck what they think. Like, bro, they do not affect my real life. Like, this is the internet. But if I helped one person, bro, that's the point, bro. Right? That's the point in life. It's the point in life. Well, for me, it is actually. You know what I'm saying? It looks like we got some NFL talk going on in this motherfucking chat. We got Pale. Let's bet 100 for this season. Eagles make it further. Make it further. I pay me 100. Cowboys make it further. I pay you 100. Eagles make it further. I think you meant to put you pay me 100, not you pay yourself 100. Nita want her to fly. Nita, I want her to fly, but you ain't a fly. She goes, "You right. Your team been asleep for years." Eagles fan, I don't trust a She-Eagles fan. Chappelle, you don't honestly believe Cowboys better than Eagles, do you? She-Eagles fan, I do. I rep my squad. Giants got better chances than the motherfucking Cowboys. You're gonna be stuck in third for the division. Dak already throwing interceptions. God damn. NFL talk. Hey, Brett, I did fire back up the fucking Mahalo fantasy football. So if any of y'all are interested in getting in on fantasy football, hit me up in the DMs on IG, or if you got my number, hit me up, whatever. Let me know you're trying to be a part of it, and we'll set up a fantasy league draft. We ain't got to worry about Perm, you know what I'm saying? Fuck the Titans, you know what I'm saying? Perm's too loyal to the Titans to be able to do fantasy. You know what I'm saying? So, but look, the same hate that these two got for each other's team, that's what I got for the Titans, but 10 times. Come on, Perm. Come up here and show your glow-in-the-dark Titans hat. Come on, Perm. Yeah, let me remove this. We're going to share this tab. We're going to put this on the 1.1 motherfucking 5. And but based on the context of this situation, I got a gripe. I might even go on a rant. Because if I find out this man, EST GEE, walked off based off of some bullshit, I'm going to go off. Because, bruh, like, rappers doing these interviews and getting upset by a fucking small ass shit, petty ass little shit is getting a fucking annoying. And, bruh, but also, you know what? Shout out Bootleg Kev, because it makes, it helps him go viral. You know what I'm saying? It puts a viral clip for his pod and all that other shit. Like, I guess that's cool. And to me, I don't know, bro. I felt weird just saying that, like, oh, it helps him go viral. Like, damn, like, hey, bro, we're in a new age, so either get with it or get lost. So, motherfuckers is down to go viral. But one thing for sure I would never do is sell out. Say I knew of a situation that went on with one of the homies, right? And I knew, like, if I go live about it, ooh, this gonna go crazy. Motherfucking views gonna go crazy. The motherfucking people are gonna be talking about this and that. Bruh, I would never do nothing like that. I would never fucking go to monetize something like a situation a homie's going through, or monetize fucking just some bullshit. Like it's crazy. And the reason I'm saying that is because, like, I've been watching the Adam 22 and AD and T-Rail back and forth and shit. And Adam just keeps mentioning views and fucking and what is it, views and going viral. He just keeps mentioning it, and it's like, damn, bro, like that's all you care about, bro. Is you just care about going viral and I guess if you make money the way he does, essentially you care about the views and going viral. But damn, it's like, bruh, sometimes I wonder, like, is there ever a point where a person makes accumulates enough money to where they can live comfortable and they'll have generational wealth? I wonder if it ever is that, where a person gets to that point and they don't worry about the views, they won't worry about going viral, because I'm pretty sure fucking Adam has generational wealth and he's still worried about views and going viral and all that shit. Like, it's like, damn, bro, like it is going further in life, like as we go on in life, 2030, 2040, will going viral and getting views be a very, very important thing in society, where it will be almost like a gauge of someone's status. Oh, you got this many views? Oh shit, like, yeah, you're well, I respect you type shit. Oh, you only got 10 views? Yeah, man, but you got to keep working. I don't really respect you type shit. Like, I wonder if that's how society is gonna be as we go further. Mello, you have any Saints hats or car jersey? I do have Saints snapbacks. I was unlucky on a Saints fitted that I wanted from Hat Club. Jerseys, I don't do jerseys because fucking bruh, people trade and people switch teams all the time. So there's no point of getting a jersey. Actually, I may have a Reggie Bush jersey boxed up somewhere. But other than that, I don't do jerseys because people be changing teams and shit. But yeah, I got Saints hats. I got snapbacks. A lot of the time, when like Hat Club and other hat places make these hats, some certain sport teams don't allow like them to fuck with any of their shit, like use any of their logo, and the Saints are one of them. Like the Saints, like I guess be hard on that shit, like not okaying New Era certain designs and shit like that. From what I was told from a reputable source. All right, y'all. Let's see. Yeah. Well, yeah. Why would I have a Carr jersey? Are you talking about Derek Carr? Bruh. I'm not even paying attention to Saints football, bruh. Like, I'll pay attention mid-season if they're doing okay, but bruh, I don't even want to watch the fucking atrocity that is about to happen on the field when it comes to the Saints. Like, they ain't got Alvin Kamara for the first 3 games. Like, bruh, GG's, dog. Season's over. Derek Carr ain't doing shit. All right, y'all, let's get into it.
Yo, Bootleg Kev Show, man. We got a special guest in here. EST. I haven't seen anybody smoke what you're smoking. What are we smoking right now? What is this? Is this like just a Black and Mild?
Black and Mild, yeah.
Okay. Is this like it's just a more flavorful cigarette?
I don't even know if you would say flavorful. Is this a bigger cigarette?
Is it stronger than like regular? Like if you smoked a Newport, was that stronger?
It's like 3 Newports.
Oh, I'll give it a shot. It's
smooth. It ain't really.
It's not bad.
You ain't supposed to inhale it like that, though. Yeah.
I didn't really inhale it.
I thought you.
Video's only 24 minutes. I got on the 1.5, so.
I wanted to taste it, Pause.
And I think there's like a long fucking ad somewhere in the middle of this thing, so we'll skip that. And then I think there's another one, so it's really only 7 minutes.
Super pause.
Super.
Welcome, though, man. Yo, I just saw your new video. You've been on dropping hella records. I mean, we've been waiting on a new album, so I know that is what is coming. You're not dropping all this music for nothing. Right. Album is Friday is coming. Are you like in the studio all the fucking time? Or are you like, yo, this week I'm just knocking out a bunch of shit and then I'm gonna go do shows. I'm gonna go get my bag. What is your like creative process like?
I'm always getting money. So
always getting money.
I'm always getting money.
I can see that.
Just record whenever. I got my own studio. So
yeah. Can you record yourself? Like, are you good with Pro Tools?
That's how I started when I was on house arrest. I learned when I first started rapping. So I learned how to record.
That's the most important thing because then you don't have to depend on nobody to record some shit.
But now I got into it.
Now you got your engineer.
Yeah.
You have some serious jewelry. What is the newest piece between these two pieces?
This one, I'm having.
This is like serious.
I always play for one. I just got this one, the Lamborghini G.
When you get a piece like this, right? Yeah. Do they charge you full price, or do you get any sort of EST GEE discount?
I don't want no discount. I don't want no discounted jewelry.
I'm just curious. I would take the discounted jewelry.
No, hell no.
I feel like back in like the early 2000s, a lot of rappers had the discounted jewelry.
Do they still got it now?
I would have to ask Fousey.
Fousey got a lot of that. Fousey
Remember the old school Fousey jewels?
Fousey still got that shit. He still got that shit right now.
Do you remember Brian Pumper, the porn star?
No.
Oh, Brian Pumper had these jewelry, bro. He's the one who turned out Lawrence Fishburne's daughter.
Who?
Lawrence Fishburne, the Neo from The Matrix, the bald black guy. Do you want the red pill or the blue pill? So there was a porn star named Brian Pumper, and he turned out Lawrence Fishburne's daughter, but he had these giant jewels.
Let's talking about the porn, motherfucker. Let's get off of him.
Yeah.
Let's get off. Pause.
Let's get off of him. Pause. Yo, so I actually heard that you're
all right, real quick. That was one. That seemed to be one situation where EST GEE really wasn't feeling it. I'm gonna keep track of that shit. Let me see how many times I can see where, because I want to know why EST GEE walked off.
Huge Joe Rogan podcast fan. Is this true?
I'm kind of new to Joe Rogan.
But you've been kind of getting hip to his universe a bit?
I think it's funny. I think he's sarcastic. He be letting people they be saying they shit over and he act like he's like, oh yeah, for real. But you could tell. I don't know. He might be for real, but I think it's funny because I think he be joking with him and they be dead ass serious.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. How'd you like get it?
I'm new to the whole YouTube world. You feel me? I'm figuring out that's like the new TV.
It is the new TV, and then you like kind of let YouTube just feed you the algorithm.
Whatever it is. Yeah, you sit there and wake up. If you go sleep, wake up.
Have you seen Theo Von's interview with YG?
I don't want to offend nobody. I don't know.
Theo Von is the white dude who's like kind of got the country accent, but he's fucking hilarious. He's a comedian.
A white dude with a country accent. That sounds like.
So he had YG on, and YG was like, showed him Sexy Red, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I like me some of that." And YG's like, "You ever had some black ghetto pussy?" and Theo Von was like, "What?" Yeah, that's dope, man. Yeah, Rogan is great. Have you learned anything random from the Joe Rogan podcast? Because I'd be learning the most random information, bro.
That you let people talk, and they make the money for you. You just gotta give them somewhere to come and talk.
What about your thoughts on? Are you hip to what's happening with the alien stuff right now? Because they're saying, this guy went and testified to Congress that pretty much all but admitting that aliens are a real thing. Did you see that?
Fuck them aliens. Niggas still gotta pay their bills tomorrow. If an alien invasion happen, you still gonna have to.
Do you think aliens are real though? EST GEE.
Man, wait, how much do that affect you?
But do you think they're real?
I don't give a damn if they real. What they gonna change? What they gonna get niggas out of?
Yeah, it kind of seems like he's like, man, like every question like Boulay kept asking him, like, he don't give a fuck to talk about. He's kind of like, I don't give a fuck about that, this, that, which, I mean, if he don't give a fuck, he don't give a fuck, right? I mean, that's his prerogative, right? Real quick. Let's see, real quick. So when Boulay Kev was talking about YG and Sexy Red or whatever situation, this is a clip.
That's coming up, you think?
Sexy Red going crazy.
Sexy Red, let me see a look at her. Oh, that's what I like, boy.
Oh, yeah, you like that, huh?
I like some of that shit. I like it when that shit is going on, boy. I like fucking. All right. I like some of that.
Yeah, bro. Oh, you ever had some black ghetto pussy?
Oh, man. I don't know about that.
Oh.
Bro, Theo Von is a character, bro. If y'all don't know Theo Von, go check him out, bro. Let's continue.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's exactly. So fuck all that.
I just know Independence Day with Will Smith. You remember that movie?
No.
You've never seen Independence Day?
When did that come out?
Shit.
They look like he's trying to have like just, regular conversations with him just to chill. Like, yo, you remember this, whatever. Because usually that's how Boulay Kev does his interviews. Like, he doesn't just, yo, what about this? What about this album? What about this music? Oh, why did this go bad? Oh, you beefing with this person? Like, that's not how Boulay Kev does his interviews. He does go off and ask, like, questions like about aliens and shit to people. Like, it's just his interview style.
How old are you? You're a lot younger than me. Yeah, well, no, you're not that much younger than me. It came out in like 97.
I was 3 years old.
Yeah, it's a classic though. They come and they blow the White House up. Shit gets real. They were very aggressive.
They had to pay taxes at the end of that year, probably.
This is true. Do you guys pay a lot of taxes in Kentucky? Because I feel like in the South, they're a lot less in your pockets. Like in California, they be in our fucking pockets.
Taxes is a national government thing.
No, but I'm talking about state taxes. Because obviously you're gonna pay federal taxes on everything.
Yeah, I think it just depends on where you live at. If the property value is higher in certain places, the minimum wage is higher in Cali.
Yeah, so it's like a trade-off. Like you pay more taxes, but
y'all probably minimum wage for like $20.
I think it's 20.
Yeah.
What is it in Kentucky?
I don't know, but it ain't
like
nowhere near 20.
$7.
It ain't nowhere near 20. So So it just add up the same.
How's what's the weather? I've never been to Kentucky. I've driven through Kentucky, but I've never like really hung out, right? Like summertime in Kentucky. Is it humid? Is it hot? Like,
Yo, who is Nicaraguan? Jax? Who? Yo, Mello, who is that? Who? I don't know what you're talking about, Jax. Put a name on it, Jax.
what is the vibe during because it's been hot as fuck. I'm from Phoenix. It was 119 last week when I was there.
Mm-hmm.
You could like cook an egg on the street. What's it like in Louisville summertime?
It's hot, just like everywhere else. We get all 4 seasons.
All 4 seasons.
Yeah.
I love it. Did you grow up Cardinals fan? Because there's no obviously professional team. There's the Wildcats, and then in Louisville you got the Cardinals. Donovan Mitchell. You know.
Shout out none of them.
No.
Nope, fuck them. They ain't giving none of my niggas no scholarships or nothing. None of my niggas getting nowhere.
Well, you had a scholarship at Indiana State, right?
And not at Louisville.
Yeah. Did you try to go to Louisville, and they just did? You had to go.
I don't even want to keep talking about the Louisville athletic program.
I got you. I respect that. Hey, well, it is what.
Like, bro, he's like genuinely trying to ask, like, bro, like, because if y'all know EST GEE, he had like a huge opportunity to be in the NFL. A lot of his highlights at one point, like in 2021, 2022, were going crazy and shit like that. And fucking, he ended up choosing fucking the streets over football. So it's like, bro, like, essentially, Bootleg Kev just trying to give the people a little bit of your backstory as far as like where you did. Like, okay, we get it. You don't like Louisville. They didn't give any scholarships. Okay, cool. But like, you don't have to have an attitude like it. But it's just your story. So what the point of the interview is, if you interview someone, it's to interview them about who they are and what they've been through in their upcoming and how they became who they are. Like, bruh, I think some of these rappers be forgetting that.
What it is. We got to stop the interview real quick and tell you about our podcast. All right. I saw one of your interviews. You said that you were getting off papers in 2023. Are you officially off papers?
Yep.
How's that feel?
They still on my, like, I don't know. They just, the LMPD so dirty in Louisville. Like it's like, you seen that Vice? Mm-hmm. Like, Louisville police is different.
Terrible.
Yeah, like they.
Because it's like you have to go and do the time. You have to deal with whatever you have to do. You have to pay your fine. But then they kind of keep like these invisible handcuffs on you through probation.
I just always had a thing like with the police. Like I never had I never, like, you know how niggas be acting. People teach them to not like the police.
Right.
Like, I don't want to say his name. I think he was involved in the Breonna Taylor shit though. One of the police officers. When I was little though, he walked like a little group of us home at gunpoint though.
One of the dudes who were involved in the Breonna Taylor.
Yeah, my grannies. I want to say Turtle Creek. She lived in Turtle Creek. It was Turtle Creek or Ben Creek. I forgot what them. Just got right next to each other. But yeah.
So when you were a kid, you and your friends like got walked home. Like the cop had y'all like gunpoint.
Man, the one of the dudes from the Breonna Taylor motherfucker. That shit just like, I don't know. It just I had my own.
You had your own experience.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I mean, I see how they are on an everyday basis. I've been dealing with these motherfuckers my whole life.
Yeah, ain't no police. They ain't never helped me.
Are they still like making it hard for you to do shows back home?
Yes. I had a show booked at the Yum Center. They told whoever it is, the security or whatever people at the Yum Center told to promote, they didn't want me in there. Then the promoter was like, all right, well, I'm gonna just have just baby then. And he was like, no, baby might try to bring G out. Because he did before, like on some surprise shit. So yeah.
That's how they do Mozzie, right? Mozzie in Sacramento. They won't let him perform nowhere. That's gotta be that's
and don't nobody do as much for the city as we do. Like nobody. Like I done donated more money. I done did giveaways, back to school giveaways, turkey drives, Christmas shit, you know what I'm saying, all type of shit. And they act like it ain't nothing. Like the last time I did a shoe giveaway last year, we gave away like retro Jordans, like good Jordans.
Right. Not the team Jordans.
Like a whole lot of shit, like probably like 500-600 pair of shoes, like all Jordans.
And the powers that be don't give a fuck.
And it was crowded out there, and the news station made it look like it was a problem. Like it was a lot of like they instead of reporting on somebody giving all of this stuff away to the city, they made it look like it was ruckus and the police had to be called to control the situation, which wasn't true. The police just came because that's what they do. Mm-hmm. But wasn't nothing going on out there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jesus.
They just try to flip it and make it something bad. Like, but a lot of it come from, you feel me, certain people in the community too, because it ain't like I don't know, a lot of street niggas that act like they so street, but their moms and shit be police officers and, you know what I'm saying, community watch motherfuckers, and then that turn into, you know what I'm saying, they tell one side of it, not the other side of it, and make it look like a monster. But you know what I'm saying?
How do you feel like you
need to drastically tell their moms and shit, you feel me? Tell them shit that's going on.
And then knowing that their moms.
Yeah. It's straight though.
I was gonna say, do you feel like when something like that happens, right? Like the news covers an event that's supposed to be a positive event for the community, but they cover it in a negative light. Is there anything you can do to help control that narrative?
Shit, I'm the one giving the shit. What more can you?
Well, like I feel like, you know, like will you go online and like clear it up? Like, hey, today was like a good day. Like,
I'm not trying to go online, nah, because it don't be matter. You feel me? It don't be matter. I'm more of the gesture. I don't care how you receive. I know it's coming from. Yeah, you know, I ain't even intent to actual concrete action. You feel me? Of doing what I'm doing. Like that's all that matters. I feel like intent is get misconstrued. You can get life in jail with good intentions.
That's true. That's true. Who do you have on this project that's coming out Friday?
Gotti, Baby, Doug. Who else I got? Gotti, Baby, Doug.
Got it, baby.
Who else gonna miss it? Rollo.
We just had Rollo here last week.
Who? And yeah, Static. Me, no Static Major.
Of course, it's Kentucky legend. Rest in peace.
Yeah, I got songs with Static.
How do you get the vocals?
Static got 1 million songs.
I've heard he has like a crazy hard drive of unreleased stuff that people
hard
like,
drives.
Yeah. So do you go through his family? Like, do you go through like how do you get the Static Major?
Yeah, my people.
That's crazy. It's crazy too because we don't really like he's one of the more prolific songwriters, you know, and like I feel like his influence is like never really like acknowledged like it should be.
I won't say they just opened up a Static Major exhibit in Louisville.
Wow.
Finally, you feel me?
Yeah.
Or they working on it already?
Static Major.
They trying to work on it. You know what I'm saying?
Is he on? Is it a verse or is it a hook from him?
I won't play it for you. I don't want to say it's a hook, but he's all over the song.
Oh, that's fire. That's dope. Hey, we got to stop the interview to tell you about our folks at Odd Socks, baby.
Damn.
Win like a shit, but it's all online.
Right, so it didn't seem like before this ad popped up that anything like was like it was like tension between them. So I'm confused as to why EST GEE walked off. Like, I mean, he doesn't seem like he wants to be here. So I'm curious. Like, what is it?
Your dick will be thanking me. You know what I mean. All right, let's get back to the interview.
Whoa.
When you get that, like tell me the process. Do they like let you come and like you're
playing? My people, they know.
I'm saying, but like let's say it's your people, right? Are you able to kind of like go through a few joints on the drive and be like, I like this one, or I like this one, or they send it to you like, hey, this one, you got this one. Does that make sense?
They know I ain't. You know what I'm saying? Well, she's musically inclined. Right. Like a lot of people hit her up for stuff Drake. You know what I'm saying?
Was it on the original beat that it was cut on, or did you take the vocal and put on your beat?
She got the beat together with her people, and then you know what I'm saying, asked me what I changed it for. Like I just wanted to let her do her thing. So you know what I'm saying? Static can reemerge. She never left, but just kind of get more introduced to her. You know what I'm saying?
It is kind of crazy because like if we think about like Louisville and Kentucky overall, like you guys are on like a run right now, you know? I mean, Bryson, yourself, Jack Harlow. I feel like you guys didn't really have too much of like a real national identity, but I feel like you in particular have really like represented like a side of Louisville that like we never really got to see through a guy like Bryson because he's obviously an R&B singer.
1.5.
So, for you, like how important is that for you to still kind of like,
bang, bang.
make sure you're kind of carrying the state, make sure you're representing the state nationally, make sure you represent the city, you know what I'm saying?
I don't feel no pressure. It's just me. I know a lot of people used to like to break it up with Bryson and Jack, but at this point, I feel like we got to stop breaking it up because we're going off sales and accolades and stuff. Like, I'm like the guy,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't got no gimmicks or no funny shit with me. I just drop the music, live my life, and I got stats to prove it. And I know niggas arguing in the barbershop about who's better. I got gold plaques, platinum plaques. As a lead artist, you know what I'm saying?
It's a big deal.
You got a gold album, the entire album.
It's a big deal, man.
You know so I don't know. I don't feel like they shouldn't jumble it up and say this type of music, this type of like artist. I feel like I'm the
leading the forefront
of, you know what I'm saying, rap in general, not just Louisville.
I was gonna say, what market for you started to pick up on EST GEE first outside of Louisville? Like, what was like that city you were like, oh, this is spreading, this is moving somewhere. I could actually go get a bag in this place. Like, was there a city that you remember that like really kind of like
it was all at the same time, kind of like
it just kind of all kind of happened like wildfire quick?
I just was moving around anyway, so people knew me, like the streets knew me anyway. Then they come with the music, and we pop up 80 niggas, 80 chains, 80 watches. It don't matter what if you getting up there and humming, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They gonna see what you're talking about.
Yo, I've seen this picture of you at the NFL Combine.
Yeah.
Which
I ain't seen no picture at no NFL Combine.
I saw you in like the NFL Combine looking like workout.
Yeah, like a workout.
Was that just a workout you were doing for a team?
I don't know how you see the picture. Yeah.
But he said, I saw you at the NFL Combine, and then he proceeds to say that wasn't the Combine, but that was a workout. Bruh, so you was at the Combine. I think this is where we might see the aggression.
You ain't read the article that came with it?
I just saw a YouTube video where they were talking about you and like I was just watching some of your high school highlights and your college shit. Like I saw like
what YouTube video you seen?
Dude, I don't know, man. It was like a YouTube video. It showed like you announcing that you're going to Indiana State. And
what's the YouTube video called?
I don't know. I just literally typed in EST GEE football highlights, and I was like, damn, this dude was a beast. You played linebacker, right?
What do I got to do with music and shit, right, man?
No, I'm just curious because I'm a big football fan. So like I'm just like. I'm a huge football fan. And I find it fascinating that like you really like have like a real high level like football run. You know what I'm saying? Before the rap shit like took off. So yeah, I just think it's fast. So obviously a part of your story. So I know it doesn't have anything to do with what's going on right now, but that's fair. I was gonna ask you like when it comes to I remember when you signed with Gotti. I remember the viral moment where there was just all this cash, and at that time I feel like there was like a bidding war going on for EST GEE at that moment. One, what made you rock with Gotti, and what is something over the last 2 or 3 years that you have learned?
What the fuck?
where there was like when it comes to do the football run, you know what I'm saying, before the rap shit like took off. So yeah, I just think it's fast. Obviously a part of your story. So I know it doesn't have anything to do with what's going on right now. But
so it seems as if he got upset about him asking about his previous football endeavors, which I don't see why EST GEE would get mad about that.
That's fair. I was going to ask you, like, when it comes to, I remember when you signed with Gotti, I remember the viral moment where there was just all this cash. And at that time, I feel like there was like a bidding war going on for EST GEE at that moment. One, what made you rock with Gotti? And what is something over the last 2 or 3 years that you have learned?
Alrighty then.
For the very first time in Bootleg Head podcast history, we had someone walk off of the set. Interesting. Oh, well, there's the EST GEE interview that he was 2 hours late for. Hey, what up, man? You just watched another episode of the Bootleg Head podcast.
Damn, and he was 2 hours late for it. One thing I did notice, though, is that EST GEE said that when they was talking about Joe Rogan, he said, yeah, people be just getting money off people coming up on their platforms and having conversations, and then they put out the content and they make money off of those people. And I want to say that's kind of when the energy I seen maybe change a little bit. But, bruh. And all he did was ask about, your relationship with Gotti and shit like that. And that fool just walked
podcast off. Brought to you by Hardin, baby. Shout out to the family at Hardin. Don't forget. And you signed with Gotti. I remember the viral moment where there was just all this cash. And at that time, I feel like there was like a bidding war going on for EST GEE at that moment. One, what made you rock with Gotti? And what is something over the last 2 or 3 years that you have learned?
But I think that was a valid question. Like, what's wrong with that question? What got you to rock with Gotti? Because we know Glorilla is signed to CMG, but there was tweets of her saying fuck CMG and shouting out Dolph's label PRE. So was that something that could have possibly been going on with EST GEE? I don't know. But goddamn, bruh. Good question, good interview, and poor guest. Facts. I got a battle mat this Saturday. Whenever after that. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Matt. Okay. Sorry, you left out a T out there. You were saying like something else. Like, huh? Frankie, no one beats Matt. He can show a turd and still will get all 3 votes. But good luck. God damn, Eagles. What are you trying to say, Eagles? What you insinuating, Eagles? Say how you really feel. Say what you really mean. All right, Jack sent me this clip. Let's check it out.
So yeah, my father's from Nicaragua.
What?
Yeah, Nicaragua, bro.
Wow.
Where my Nick guards at, huh?
Well, a little too close.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, and hopefully the audio is clear on that.
Yeah, it
so
is. It's okay. I got your back. It was a
What the fuck?
So yeah, my father's from Nicaragua.
What?
Yeah, Nicaragua, bro.
Wow.
Where my Nick guards at, huh?
Well, a little too close.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Theo. What the fuck? That was crazy. I ain't never known Theo to say anything of that. That was crazy. It's all for fun anyway, bro. Facts. Facts, Frankie. That's what it's about. We're here to have fun. Motherfuckers making shit too serious and shit. And when you make shit too serious, the fun goes away. Granted, yes, there's money involved. So we have a level of seriousness. But there still has to be fun. Because if we have all seriousness, that shit just boring. It's fucking like listening to a fucking... Who is that old monotone dude that used to fucking... Hey, guys, in today's episode... I can't remember dude's name. He had glasses. I could look him up real quick. Nito calls them his... Jesus. Theo related to Nito. It's like watching New York Dad hosting a battle. Hey guys, so... Today we have this battler versus this battler. And the way things will go is I don't fucking know. I don't know how things will go. I don't know. What the fuck do you know? Let me see. Real quick, because I'm curious as to EST GEE as to why he did not go to the NFL. Real quick, we'll watch
is one of the hottest up and coming street rappers.
And then we'll get into I think that the Atlanta DEA lady, Fani Willis, I think Trump exposed some shit about her. And that's why she pushed these RICO charges so fast on him. But we'll get into that after this real quick.
And he got a pretty crazy story behind his music. First, he was headed to the NFL, then to the top of the streets, and now he's putting Kentucky on the map with his music. This is the true story of EST GEE. EST GEE was born and raised in Louisville, Kentucky. Growing up, both of his parents was hustling in the streets, and G was surrounded by crime 24/7. He says his dad had a gold tooth, a tattoo, and had already been shot by the time he was 11 years old. G's family was doing what they had to do to survive, but their influence would eventually lead to G jumping off the porch just like them. Like a lot of kids growing up in the hood, G's home life was rough. His pops was in prison for part of his childhood, and he had to stay with his grandma after his mom lost custody of him. But all of the struggle just made him try even harder to get it out the mud. His first opportunity came from football. G was a 3-sport athlete and played basketball and football and also ran track. But football was where he excelled the most. G was the #1 ranked linebacker in the state and was so good on the field, he earned a scholarship to play for Indiana State University. That made him the first person in his family to make it to college. He later told Pitchfork, "All everyone cared about in Louisville is making it to college sports. I had to try to make it for my people, especially because I've never been bad at nothing." G played a couple of seasons at Indiana State University before transferring to Stephen F. Austin University. Everything was looking up for him, and there was even a chance he would go pro after college ball. But then something went down that cost him his scholarship and freedom. The whole time he was in school, G was living a double life. Everyone knew he was putting in work on the field, but he was putting in even more in the streets. G didn't want to rely on anyone else for his success, so he used his connections in Louisville to start pushing weight. Selling a little weed is normal for college students, but G was moving different. When the feds caught up to him in 2016, he was caught with 12 pounds of weed.
Yeah, so hold on. He was upset with Boule Kev asking the questions about his college football days. And essentially, he's the one that fucked it up, but he made it seem as if the colleges fucked him over. See, that's what bad. See?
Weed and thousands of dollars in cash. G got hit with a drug trafficking charge that made him lose his scholarship. At first, he was looking at a potential 10-year sentence, but his lawyer eventually got the charge reduced to a Class D felony, and he accepted a plea in exchange for 5 years probation. Everything could have been over at that point, but G managed to avoid jail time. But staying out of prison wasn't his only issue. He also had a son on the way. With his opportunity for an NFL career gone overnight, he had no other skills to support himself and his family. So back in Louisville, he got right back into the streets. He said in the interview, "Anything that a nigga feel like a street nigga is supposed to do, I done did it, period. Anything being sold, anything being shipped, anything being protected, I done did it." Even though he couldn't make it out through football, G knew he didn't want to spend the rest of his life caught up in the streets. So while he was on house arrest for the trafficking case, he bought some recording equipment and set up a studio in his bathroom. He got inspired to start making music about his life after seeing Lil Baby perform on TV. Baby comes from a similar background, so G knew he had a shot at making it in the industry too. At first, he was dropping tracks under the name Big G, but then he changed it to EST GEE after forming Everybody Shine Together Entertainment with his homies. Fans connected to the music instantly. G used everything he'd been through in his life as an inspiration to create hard-hitting, authentic tracks. One of the people who helped bring him into the rap game was a dude named YOG.
See what I'm saying, bro? See, he made it seem like the college fucked him over, all that shit. Nah, bro, you fucked yourself over, bro. You got caught up. You got caught. That's all it was. Don't be mad at anybody but yourself.
Peso. G and Peso played football at the same high school and was super close. They dropped a collab track in 2018 called The Come Up and planned on dropping more. But just when their music partnership was set to take off, something serious went down that led to a 27-year-old studio owner getting shot to death. Peso and G were supposed to meet up at Quality Over Quantity Media to record new music. It's not clear what exactly happened, but their crews got into a fight and someone started letting off shots. Brian Osley, aka Big O, or Coach O, was a football coach who helped start Quality Over Quantity Media. He was caught in the crossfire and killed, but police don't believe he was a target. Coach O's murder led to a split in the Louisville music scene that's still going on today. Peso and his camp rep the West End area of the city, while G comes from a set called Newburgh. After their crews got into that fight, the two sides been on their own wave ever since. Even though he lost an old friend to the streets, G was only moving forward. His mixtapes was buzzing in the city, and he was building a fan base outside of Louisville too. Then Louisville superstar Jack Harlow heard his new track, New Number, and hit him up to collaborate.
Shout out to the other leagues, but like Eagles fans said, NBL is where it's at.
But G already has a bad reputation in the city. The police warned Harlow to stay away from G, but Jack ignored them and linked up anyway. Teaming up with one of the hottest rappers in the world was the biggest move in G's career yet. But that ain't mean his struggles was over. In late 2019, he suffered another setback that almost ended his life. In September 2019, EST GEE had just linked up with Sada Baby for a video shoot. When G and his brother left the spot, the ops slid through and let off shots in the G's whip. He got hit 4 times in the stomach and grazed in the left eye. His brother got hit in the leg, but luckily, it wasn't too serious.
So, Brad, we don't got to watch the rest. I just wanted to see why he got so bent out of shape about Bootleg Kev asking about his fucking football days, whatever, wherever it was, Louisville, whatever it may be. I wanted to see why he had, like, because the way he painted it, it was as if the college fucked him over. But, bro, like, it's part of your story, dog. There's no reason to be fucking salty about fucking when you make the choice to go do an interview. It's not like there's no point in getting salty and being like, don't ask me about that. I don't want to talk about them fucking days. Fuck that shit. But that's part of your story, dog. It's part of your story. Jack's a little bit too close. Jack's a little bit too close to what? What's Jack's too close to? It's too close to some motherfucking pumpernickel bread. All right, y'all, let me see. All right. And I did some research after this video, so we'll break that down after the video. Shout out 1090 Jake with the motherfucking info. I'll say this, bro. This YSL Rico case is starting to look funnier and funnier, bro. Like, I'm starting to look at the DEA, Fani Willis. Look, girl, you might have an alternative motive as to why you're going after the YSL gang. Granted, I get it. You want to get gangs off the streets, but with some of the information that's coming out, there may be an alternative motive. And I usually don't lean, like, usually when someone, like for instance, when Donald Trump says something, I usually, like, I hear it, listen to it, but then I take it with a grain of salt more than let's say, because, like, but if I don't see it with my own eyes, I don't believe it, right? Like, well, if someone says it, cool, but once until I see it with my own eyes, then I'll be like, God damn, like, when it comes to some shit, and I'll give the example, Donald Trump said that, what is it, Fani Willis, whatever the fuck her name is had a relationship with one of the ex founding members of YSL. And what's crazy is fucking she was also one of the founding Jesus Christ, one of the founding members that started YSL. She was actually a lawyer for him in one of his cases in 2014. So it's super crazy that, like, she's going after. She just recently went after these guys, and some people are insinuating allegedly Fani Willis had relationships with Peanut. They also called him Nut, the guy that got killed and that kind of started this whole RICO case against YSL. He was a big Inglewood blood from Cali, and some people are assuming that she had relationships with him, so that's why she's going so hard on YSL. Or she was dating Mondo, which is one of the YSL founding members, one of the guys that started YSL with Young Thug. She also may have had relationships with him. Like, bro, it's getting crazy. Because as soon as Trump dropped that information, What a motive? What motive? For exactly. I said a couple things. Primera motive for what? Like Fani Willis's motive? I think that's what you're. I believe that's what you're asking. You talk. Let me know, Primera. Let me see in the chat. I got the YouTube chat pulled up. So, you talking about Fani Willis? What's her motive? All right. While we wait for Primera to fucking type like her grandpa. A what motive? Yeah, Primera, looks like you're having an off day. Usually you're on your shit. The link Jack's put in the chat, Mello. Oh, yeah, that was kind of crazy, bro. That was kind of crazy. That was kind of crazy, bro. Goddamn, Primera, what are you doing? Primera, where are you at? You always tell me to go live. And then when you leave a comment that I'm interested in, you're not here. Man, fuck Primera. Go live, pussy. Oh, there he is. Yeah, if you're at work, fuck your job, dog. No, I'm just kidding. Ulterior motive, college boy. Oh, you talking about EST GEE? What is his ulterior motive for what though? Now you got me confused because you said college boy, which I'm assuming that's EST GEE. What's his alternative? What's his ulterior motive? For what? For life? I don't know. I don't know what his Mary, you got me fucking lost now. What was his fucking alternative? Mello over here calling me slow. Yeah, what's his alternative motive for what? I'm confused. You got me lost. Yeah, if you can explain it in some fucking English words and it makes sense, then I guess I'm slow. But until then, Primera, when you fucking say what motive, ulterior motive, college boy, that gives me no information. A what motive? Say it again. A what motive? 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 B fucking Primera. Primera, he lost. I'm lost as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. What was his alternative motive for walking? That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of things that we just fucking watched on College Boy. What was his alternative motive for walking off? For selling, for doing the shit with the college, or fucking what was his motive to do a rap or what? I don't know what you're talking about. There was so much fucking things that I'm thinking of. A what motive? A what motive? B motive? B what motive? B what motive? B what motive? C what motive? C what motive? Those mushrooms got him fried, but I am not on mushrooms. Fuck out of here with that shit, bruh. Those were gifted gummies, and I'm good, bruh. I am not. Nope. Good, bruh. This shit had me going crazy. No, I'm just kidding. It had me going crazy, but it did give me the fucking giggles. I had a case of the giggles bad, and fucking Perm pointed it out. He's like, Melo's got the giggles. Yeah. It's a fact.
What's up?
But I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I'm moving on to fucking goddamn YSL and Donald Trump possibly exposing motherfucking Fani Willis as to be fucking one of the YSL members, or she could have had a relationship with Nut, the guy that got killed. Maybe she wants vengeance, you know what I'm saying? And 1090 Jake did some research. I also tried to do some research, but I couldn't find anything outside of what he found.
Everybody, welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, and I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're gonna be speaking on Donald Trump making history for being the first former president to get hit with the RICO Act after exposing Atlanta's
Take the link, pussy.
District attorney.
Thank you for joining us.
Come tell me why I'm slow to my face. God damn. Oh shit. Slow it all the way down.
the first former president to get hit with the RICO Act after exposing Atlanta's most infamous district attorney.
Thank you for joining us. I'm here with the prosecutors and investigators who have worked diligently on the investigation of criminal attempts to interfere in the administration of Georgia's 2020 presidential election. The indictment includes 41 felony counts and is 97 pages long. Specifically, the indictment brings felony charges against Donald John Trump.
Fani Willis is out for blood, and with some of Atlanta's biggest rappers on a hit list, she is now officially taken on her biggest target, former President Trump. Just one of 19 people within the 41-count indictment, Trump is joined by another notable name, Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City who changed the face.
Bro, is this what New York really used to look like? New York City?
Face of New York from the desolate war zone it once was.
Bro, if this was like a bus in New York back in the day, that's goddamn, dog. And he ain't got no firearm on him. All you got is a motherfucking dog. That would not be wise in today's time.
Trump alone is facing 13 counts within the indictment, ranging from violating Georgia's RICO Act to multiple counts of conspiracy to commit forgery, false statements, and writings.
Yo,
Quick question,
Gucci
can you
said good old
clarify in
day.
Georgia,
Damn,
the
Gucci,
mandatory
you're
minimum
showing your
when it
age.
comes to RICO charges, whether it's servable by probation or how that might play out?
The RICO charges has time that you have to serve, so it is not a probated sentence.
The alleged enterprise is Trump's political team, who are now being labeled a criminal organization after apparently refusing to accept Trump lost the Georgia election and unlawfully changed the outcome.
The grand jury issued arrest warrants for those who are charged. I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023.
But this long list of trumped-up charges comes only 1 week after Trump allegedly exposed some mystery in Fani's history.
They say there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. She's a racist. And they say, I guess they say that she was after a certain gang and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office. What's going on in this country is, and by the way, wants to indict me for a perfect phone call. This was even better than my perfect call with Ukraine. Remember that call? That was a perfect call. This one's better.
Now, Trump would allege Fani Willis had an affair with the head of a gang or a gang member, which...
Yo. Bang, bang, bang. What are you talking about? When did they reschedule Bobby and Zilla's battle till Wednesday? It's freaking Friday. Same day. Ain't nothing changed. What are you talking about? Target. How? I feel like, what the fuck do you got me saying? That's facts. What is a perfect call? You're my perfect call with Ukraine. What is a perfect call, bro? Let me see. We'll put that there.
Which would reignite an old rumor that's apparently burned its way through Atlanta's streets for years. Fani Willis has become known across the nation after the YSL indictment was announced, targeting one of Atlanta's biggest rap superstars, Young Thug. The indictment would allege he started a war between two of Atlanta's most violent blood sets after a rival gang leader was gunned down outside of a barbershop. This murder would result in over 30 violent acts of retaliation and would be the beginning of the indictment's investigation. The victim was 26-year-old Donovan Thomas, who was more commonly known as Big Nut.
Hold on, y'all. Do you have a schedule for 8/16 on my birthday? Yeah, no, on your birthday, 8/16? No, it's scheduled for the 18th. Friday the 18th, Frank. Friday the 18th, so 8/18. 1090J's fake ass accent, tag it, Chaz Baba, and all that lame shit. What you mean? He's from Boston. You don't think he's from Boston? You don't believe it?
At the time of his death, he was
Get
alleged
in
to
the
be the
car.
leader of the Inglewood family Bloods in Atlanta, and prior to his death, he is alleged to have had a relationship with none other than Fani Willis. Trump's accusations would make their way in Atlanta, time of 6-year-old dawn of the indictment's investigation. The victim was 26-year-old Donovan Thomas, who was more commonly known as Big Nut. At the time of his death, he was alleged to be the leader of the Inglewood family Bloods in Atlanta, and prior to his death, he is alleged to have had a relationship with none other than Fani Willis. Trump's accusations would make their way to News Made It, Atlanta's very own hood news via Instagram, and the comment section would go crazy.
God damn.
One woman would
bruh.
say, "If you from Atlanta, we Ben knew she was close with Nut Mama." Alleging Fani Willis was close with Shawana Edmond, and pictures of.
So this is supposed to be Fani Willis's mother with Big Nut, who got killed, and what essentially his death is what started the RICO case against YSL. And this is supposed to be Fani Willis's mother.
The two together are rumored to exist. Another woman would say, "It makes sense how she wants Thug gone so bad. Let us find out that was her boo." Alleging that Fani has it out for Young Thug to avenge her former so-called lover. With one man hilariously stating Big T gon' free Thugger, another would say she definitely dropping that indictment now, and he was right. But before she would drop the indictment, Fani apparently sent emails to her staff about the alleged affair, calling it false and derogatory information. She'd claim a lot of money was spent to promote it through Atlanta and advised her staff not to speak on it. With Atlanta never letting us down when it comes to entertainment, one man would comment, "She locking YSL up for killing her side piece. This shit need to be a movie." But Fani's connection to the YSL indictment wouldn't end there. She also formerly represented YSL Mondo, one of the co-founders of the same alleged gang she is now attempting to take down. As his former lawyer, he claimed to have an auntie-nephew or mother-son relationship with her and hired her through his cousin who said she was a friend. While a self-admitted member of YSL, Mondo was not actually indicted as part of the YSL RICO case and has no connection to the murder of Big Nut.
And that's what makes this crazy to me, is that one of the founding members of YSL, Mondo, is not in this RICO case. How is a founding member, basically a top dog, not in the RICO case? Sounds like some collusion to me.
Trump's last claim against Fani was she's a racist, and with many, including myself, unsure of where the claim originates, the only information I could find regarding race pertains to Fani's father, John Clifford Floyd III, a man born in Inglewood, California, who raised Fani as a single father and member of the Black Panthers, and went on to become a defense attorney and civil rights activist. He's openly spoken against Trump through Facebook, referring to him as an orange buffoon. If one can find proof of the connection between Fani and Big Nut, one can only wonder what type of an effect it would have within the case, or if there would be no effect at all. But just the rumor will go down in history and add on to the infamy of the YSL indictment. Now, if y'all thought I was going to break down Trump's charges, I ain't getting into that boring ass shit. I'm not even going to lie.
Okay, so hold on.
A young racist.
I want to point this out.
They say there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. She's a racist.
So he's talking about Fani Willis. As far as a racist, I don't know where that's coming from.
And they say, I guess they say that she was after a certain gang and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member.
Now,
and this
he said a head
gang, and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member.
Having an affair with a top member of the YSL gang. I don't see how people are essentially tying Big Nut, because Big Nut wasn't YSL. He was just You know, he was part of Inglewood family, which is YFN Lucci is a gang, which is those two, YFN Lucci and YSL Beef. Well, started beefing at the very end after Nut passed, but he said that Trump said it was somebody that was ahead of the gang. And a lot of people are trying to tie Big Nut and say, oh, Fani Willis had an affair with Big Nut. But I think it may have been she had an affair with Mondo. Let me see, Mondo. Because, but how did Mondo not get caught up in this fucking Rico case? Let's see. Okay, here we go. Like, and bro, she was not happy when Trump did this, because as soon as Trump did this, bro, she dropped that motherfucking indictment on his ass. 1090 Jake is a snitch. Perm, tell me more. How's he a snitch? Explain. Check your DMs, Mello. All right, Frankie, I got you. Why 1090 Jake look like mommy arms? God damn. Perm, I'm curious as to why you made that statement. I'm very curious. Tell Trump, prove it, bitch. Let me switch over to this real quick. We'll play Mondo speaking on Fani Willis.
Just like it, God working mysterious. I promise. But they just like it, God working mysterious way, bro. Then I'm gonna go on to say this. You know what I'm saying? I ain't sitting here. I'm gonna go on to say this. I'm gonna say this because the same lady who the Fani Willis lady.
Fani Willis
lady. That was just my lawyer. I got proven facts for this with everybody. This things I know. Everybody don't seen.
So wait a minute. Yeah, Fani Willis, was she the prosecutor?
She's the DA lady.
Yeah, the
now.
DA. The
This
DA
is all
was your attorney at one point in time.
Yes, this before she turned to be with the last case I just fought. I had just got out of jail.
Yeah.
I had just got out of jail. The last case I just fought. I was the last case she was doing before she turned to being the DA.
So she switched sides. She was on defense and then she went.
This on honest to God truth. This ain't nothing that can be hid. People know this. I got the video on my page right here. Matter of fact, we finna do this live interview right now to show you.
So she represented you on a case right before this case that she is.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Wow.
How God working. This the honest to God truth. It ain't no cap in this. Somebody gonna when you this interview, they're gonna show when but he wasn't lying. This already day. Come on, man. It's just how God work. That's what I'm telling you, bro. God working mysterious ways.
So you think that she tried to use some of the things? You think
she
that
couldn't? She can't. That's conflicting. That's like conflict of interest. You were just my lawyer. So how can you turn around?
Yo, Frank, I see your DM. Yo, I was just fucking with you. When you brought it up, I changed it. I didn't realize I had it for that date. I was just fucking with you. He's like, yo, you got to schedule on the 16th. As soon as he did, I said, what the fuck are you talking about? Pulled up StreamYards in another tab. I was like, oh, shit. Got to change the motherfucking date. Shout out motherfucking Frank. Shout out Frank. Frank said, what the fuck going on? Okay, so Perm couldn't tell me why he stated what he stated when it came to this, but he dropped a Frank and a lightning bolt. I was really curious. I wanted to hear what you had to say, Perm. Why you made that claim?
Trying to end.
So she represents
nothing that can be hit.
Was your attorney at one point in time?
Yes, this before she turned to be with the last case I just fought. I had just got out of jail.
Yeah.
I had just got out of jail. The last case I just fought.
Which was 2014.
That was the last case she was doing before she turned to being the DA.
So she switched sides. She was on defense and then she went.
This on honest to God truth. This ain't nothing that can be hid. People know this. I got the video on my page right here. Matter of fact, we finna do this live interview right now to show you.
So she represented you on a case right before this case that she is.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. How God working. It's the honest to God truth. It ain't no cap in this. Somebody gonna when you this interview, they're gonna show when but he wasn't lying. This already day. Come on, man. It's just how God work. That's what I'm telling you, bro. God working mysterious ways.
So you think that she tried to use some of the things? You think
she
that
couldn't? She can't. That's conflicting. That's like conflict of interest. You were just my lawyer. So how can you turn around and try to indict a for? Don't sound like you just my lawyer. You just represent me.
Fani Willis was the lawyer of one of the founding members of YSL, and then she turns around years later and indicts the YSL.
Yeah, it wasn't even like a year. It wasn't even years later. This probably like it was like 2-3 years later. It was years later. It was about 2.
How hasn't nobody said anything about that? How is that not all over the news? How is that not something that's brought up? If Fani Willis was representing members of the YSL, then why is she now the head DA of indicting and arresting members of the YSL? Like she could basically try to use the information that she used to defend you to indict people.
But she ain't have no. She can't use no information. What you?
The thing is yes, Mondo's right. She can't. But doesn't mean they'll find a way around it to use it in a different form.
You ain't got nothing on me saying I'm doing nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
Respect.
Hold up. Let me see. What do you say? Jake says he's a reporter. What is a reporter's main job? It's to tell. What do snitches do? They tell. Yeah, but come on, Perm. I was curious as to what you meant, but with that claim right here, I can't rock with it, and I'll tell you why. It's because 1090 Jake reports on stuff that's already out there, so he can't like be a, you know what I'm saying, like in a way, like a snitch is someone that tells on someone and gets them convicted and gives them time. From my understanding, 1090 Jake has never did a video on someone unless they was already convicted or there was something talked about within the case, like say with YNW Melly, there's some breaking shit that was said in court or whatever. He may do a video then, but I've never seen him do a video of someone and they get convicted for it. That's the only reason I can't agree with you calling him a snitch. It's all perception, just my opinion. Facts. That's what it's about. That's why I was curious. That's what this channel is about. It's about other people and my perception. And see what, you know what I'm saying? We might formulate something and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying?
You just to be conflict of interest, period.
Do you think she got like something personal on your show?
I don't know. She's from all I know, bro. This is what I'm telling you. It was just my lawyer, bro. It was for real, my lawyer. My boy, I ain't no Kevin in this. Folk know this for real. So that was for real, just my lawyer, bro. I never seen this lady act like this. This is weird to me. That's how I know all this be about politics and all this old funny stuff. Serious. Politics is serious, bro. I never seen this lady. This just was my for real lawyer. I'm sitting here talking to her like how we talking, man. This lady, I used to talk to this lady like an auntie, like you feel what I'm saying? So now that I'm seeing her do, I don't know what's going on, bro. All this is puzzling and scary as hell. Like, and
that's kind of crazy to say. To say that you were talking to a fucking essentially a public defender or a lawyer like she was your auntie is crazy to say, because that to me, from my understanding, when you say y'all was talking to her like she was my auntie, you were talking to her about everything, because you like when you talk with a family member, you comfortable with talking to them, like that you trust them, that's your family member, like. So Mondo, like that's crazy to say, bro, because you say you made that statement that she was like your auntie, and then now you're not in this RICO that essentially Young Thug and everybody is going down for. That's very odd.
And it's a lot of bullshit they putting out here and just saying like,
oh shit. Did I pause it? I did. Let me see. For example, if you were to go to the UK and the UK underground, they hate reporters they consider them snitches. Yeah. I don't know anything about UK Underground, so I'm taking your word for it, Perm, because you know what I'm saying? You're the homie and you've always given me great information. So I take your word for that. But I don't know shit about the UK Underground shit. But yeah, I guess it's a regional type of thing of what you consider snitching.
Ain't right, bro. This weird to me. I ain't gonna need hold you.
And they let that slide. That's crazy. Like I just can't see how a person can represent somebody 1 year and then indict them the next year.
She didn't indict me.
She
didn't indict me. I didn't get indicted.
Yeah, wait a minute, hold on now. Amen, brother. Amen. But yeah, that sounds funny, bro. No matter how else you look at it, like you was just on this side, quote unquote, and now you don't get on this side, quote unquote, and you got a hard on for everybody involved.
Yeah, she could definitely take all the information that she got from whether it was Mondo or whoever that she was fucking being a lawyer for, and somehow, you know what I'm saying, figure out ways to use it against them to indict them and get them all fucking locked up. I could definitely see that happening. If like because like also 1090 Jake said that he let me see. Let me see.
She had a former relationship with the main victim in the YSL indictment. What could that do for the YSL indictment? I don't know what the possibilities could lead to if someone actually gets access to this information and is able to prove what it is. But not only that, Trump's going to go crazy the second that comes out. If somebody got a picture of her with the mother, or even better, her with him, that's going crazy. Trump's going to have merch with Fanny and Nut, all type of shit. Inglewood Bloods. Imagine if she got a picture throwing bees up. That shit's going nuts. But we won't know unless it happens. We won't know what type of an effect it'll have in the case. Just to hear that this type of shit is going on in Atlanta, nothing else surprises me anymore. Everything about the YSL the third, all having to do with the election in Georgia, whatever. I'm more interested in, because somebody got these pictures, and I went through Fanny's Facebook all the way back to 2013. But 2015, the year Nut was killed, she had nothing posted for that entire year. Now I went on.
Now that's very odd. Now, like, to me, that's very odd. Like, if you looked all the way till 2013 and in just 1 year, which was 2015, everything was removed and she didn't post nothing. Like, bro, that's super crazy. Play it on 1.5, see what he sounds like. All right. Like, that's super crazy, bro. Like, if you, but goddamn, fucking Jake, you got a lot of time, bro, to go all the way, scroll through someone's fucking Facebook until you get to 2013. All right, let's see what Jake sounds like on 1.5.
It was mother's Facebook, didn't find anything with her. I did a whole lot of digging. I wasn't able to find a picture. But I guarantee you, once this video comes out, people are going to do a little bit more looking around. And if someone's able to piece together, she had a former relationship with the main victim in the YSL indictment, what could that do for the YSL indictment? I don't know what the possibilities could lead to if someone actually gets access to this information and is able to prove what it is. But not only that, Trump's going to go crazy the second that comes out. If somebody got a picture of her with the mother, or even better, her with him, that's going crazy. Trump's going to have merch with Fanny and Nut, all type of shit. Inglewood Bloods. Imagine if she got a picture throwing bees up. That shit's going nuts. But we won't know unless it happens. We won't know what type of an effect it'll have.
I don't see what he sounds like. I can't tell, but I think maybe his accent is gone.
In the case, just to hear that this type of shit is going on in Atlanta, nothing else surprises me anymore. Everything about the YSL indictment is crazy. How in-depth it is, how many fuck-ups there are. How one of the lawyers was saying,
oh, wait, right? I think there was right there.
YSL indictment is crazy. How in-depth it is, how many fuck.
There are. Yup, that's crazy. I found one part, but it seemed like a majority it fucking took his accent away. That's crazy. Does that mean it's fake, Frank? Let me know. If you fast forward someone's accent or someone talking with a Boston accent or any accent, and it goes away when you put it on a 1.5, does that mean they're faking it? 1090 Jake is really British. Laugh out. No, he's not British, but he's from Boston. From Boston. From Boston. What up, Flacco? Yo, he just put ROE. Shout out Flacco. Shout out motherfucker Flacco in the motherfucking building. Yeah, bro, that's fucking that's crazy work, dog. It's crazy fucking work, bro. But all right, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. I gotta get everything ready for tomorrow. I gotta fold this laundry. I gotta get my son ready for bed. You know what I'm saying? We gotta be up early. So I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one. Let me see. Oh, wait. Let me do the announcements. My bad. We have a Battle League sneaker battle going down this Friday. We got Zilla versus motherfucking Bobby Pesos, and this one will be a little different because Bobby is a mute. We have Frankie stepping in and being the voice of Zilla and Bob. He's gonna explain their shoes when their sneakers when they pull them. Frankie is gonna be the interpreter. So y'all be sure y'all be on the lookout for that. And then we got a battle on Saturday on E1 Kicks channel. You got Frank versus Matt for the win. That's gonna be a good one. 2 heavy hitters. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all be on the lookout for those battles coming this weekend. And be on the lookout for any lives. Oh yeah, make sure you follow me on IG. Agree to Disagree all together. YT at the end for YouTube. YT. So you put it all together. Go ahead, follow my IG. I be posting shit over there, clips and fucking shit that I come across that I may not really react to on here because fucking so short. He sounded like him talking slow. Oh, it sounded like Ego. My bad. Been ghost watching. Be easy. All right, bro. You be easy too. Appreciate you watching. Make sure you hit that like button. Closed caption, thumbs up. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out. Yo.
This for all my progressive thinkers. Yo. Cautious with the image that I'm giving. What used to be appealing is the shit that I'm presenting. Feel like I ain't living, I'm dealing with so much. On the low, I'm acting tough, but I ain't been happy in a minute. And what's crazy is this is just the beginning. Right around Vegas, trying to build my foundation. That immediate happiness is awaiting, but I feel it's overrated. I'm keeping a clean conscience. I just want to do my own thing. A good heart, but what if I'm out here fighting for the wrong things? Became a daddy and start watching my behavior. Helping niggas out, but niggas running out of favors. It ain't about the paper, it's about what you gonna do with it. You on your music tip and tell me, is you the creator? These niggas don't know how to act. I should have been a school counselor to see what they get out of that. All I wanna do is help if it's a little. Got up in this game to really try to make a change. Wanna settle down, but the shit is so confusing. I'm just going through a stage where I'm learning how to be brave. Keep your head up. Fuck a phase, this is life, all I need is me. Look into my daughter's eyes, and then I get the water eyes. If I die, I pray to God she know what father tried. Word. Cause we just wanna live our lives, embrace faith, win against all odds. In our eyes, to judge niggas, that is not our job. To be a man, it is not that hard. We gon' kill them with kindness. When they try to take you out your comfort zone, hey yo, it's time to be a man and understand. We gon' kill them with kindness. And you know you gotta fucking hold your own. Can't let them take us away from the fam. We gon' kill them with kindness. Now I'm thinking in reality. What you think? Actually, I was thinking about stability. I watched my single mother feed her for years just to barely pay the bills. I don't know, that shit's killing me. But I don't wanna live like that. Mama, I don't wanna see you live like that. I told my little brothers we can build a new life. For the ones that gave us life, we can get that back. I know we tend to hold grudges. I can't control it, I'm unfolding the emotion that I'm holding. Hope the way I saw it ain't the way I want to approach it. I'm just focused on the better me. This rap shit is my pedigree. And lately I've been feeling life's testing me. She say she down and she say she wanna ride. Release the need to please or be validated by eyes in disguise. I'm just focused on what makes me come alive. I've learned to not take nothing personal. Bad environments have been my disadvantage. Not trying to be accepted has stepped me out of my box. And now these niggas watch me like I got all of the answers. But this is what I built for myself. Realistic, always had to keep it real with myself. So when they talk and it's negative or it's false, we channel out the negative thoughts without any help. Cause we just wanna live our lives, embrace faith, win against all odds. In our eyes, to judge niggas, that is not our job. To be a man, it is not that hard. We gon' kill them with kindness. When they try to take you out your comfort zone, hey yo, it's time to be a man, understand. We gon' kill them with kindness. And you know you gotta fucking hold your own. Can't let them take us away from the fam. We gon' kill them with kindness.
All right, y'all, catch you on the next one. Peace.